Whew. What's it been like owning my Hightower the first 3 months, and what issues have I found with it? Well, the first issue I encountered with this bicycle, which I think it's a serious one, it's not a serious one, but at least mine, were the Maven brakes. Regardless of if you like how immediate and powerful they are or not, it was a pain in the butt to get them ready. The rear caliper, if you press the brake, it has a little bit of water, not water, of mineral oil coming of the joint that unites the two parts of the caliper, and we are assuming that because of that, after a couple of days or something, the brake goes soft. Maybe because there's air that goes in, even though you don't see many bubbles when you purge it, but it is something. It is something. To be completely honest, in a bicycle that's not an e-bike, or if you don't weigh a lot, I weigh 71 kilos and I'm a large because I'm 185 in height. It's too much. Even though the Mega Tower has 180 rotors, I guess they did that because of the power of the Mavens. It's a little too much. The modulations of the brakes aren't, I don't know. I read that they are sort of like Shimano XTs, which are very on-off feeling, but I'm telling you, after using the XT and XTR for many decades, I can tell you, nope, they're not. They're way more powerful. I know that some people like that. I know that if you're riding a full power e-bike, a 25 kilo bicycle, and you weigh 95 kilos, it could be an alternative. But if you're a light rider, I would think twice about using the Mavens. And I don't know, it's me personally, but I had a lot of issues with the rear caliper, and I'm not even sure it's functioning right now. But I'll see in 2-3 days. That's the first issue, the brakes. The other issue, because now it's time to talk about the negatives, then I'll talk about the positives. The other issue is the weight. Man, it feels a little more like a small enduro bike or a hard old mountain bike than a trail bike. It climbs and you're in a good position, but you're pushing almost 15 kilos around. Just think about that for a second. There are bicycles right now, SL bicycles, that weigh 16.5 kilos. And I don't know, I think bike manufacturers need to start taking that into consideration. And this bicycle has the carbon rims and the EXO group set, so it's not exactly heavy or the heaviest built, but still it's a heavy bike. I've always wondered why not always, but I've wondered why Santa Cruz decided to put such a fat down tube on the bicycle. I understand that it's the glove box, but it's, I'm gonna give you an example. Today I was doing this climb and these e-bikers passed me, and one of them said, "Come on, man, use more assistance." And when we got to the top, it was a small climb. He was like, "Shit, man, that's not an e-bike. That's one fat down tube. I thought it was a battery." And yeah, it looks cool, but anyway. So the brakes, the design of the frame, which is not really a problem because I like the look of it, but I don't know, I'm not sure about the extra weight. And what could I say? And that's about it, man. I really like it. Really like it. I have to say something that it didn't used to be the case, but I have a Heckler SL and I used to have a 5010. The Heckler has the Lyric Ultimate, and the 5010 had, because I already sold that one, the Pike Ultimate. And all my life I have been a Fox fanboy. I just like Fox suspensions. I like aesthetically the Kashima, and they just look cool. The name and the logo, it's cool. It's a cool thing, and I like the way they felt. But I have to admit that my Lyric Ultimate, it's one sweet fork. I like it better, the way the suspension feels, the fork feels, than this Fox 36 Grip 2X2, it's called. It's the new generation of dampers. I just like it better. The only issue I have with the RockShox is that I feel the maintenance, you require a maintenance more often. You, after I don't know how many hours, you start to feel that the suspension is not performing as it is. But when the suspension is the way it is, and it's set up the way you want, whew, the Lyric, it's one sweet fork. And I'm saying this because I'm not sure. I suppose that people, professionals in the EWS circuit or in different places, have different opinions. I'm telling you this from a 54-year-old that prioritizes. I'm explaining what I think of my suspensions. From a 54-year-old that prioritizes comfort, because that's the first thing I get tired. It's my hands, and and the Lyric, my friend here Andres, oh, that's the 5010 I sold. What's your opinion on the new Lyric?
This is a Pike.
I know, but the Lyric, you have a Lyric in another bicycle.
I love it.
Even better than Fox?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's something, but that has nothing to do with the bicycle. That's more with the suspension that you decide to not you decide, the manufacturer decide to put on the bicycle. And that's about it. I think besides that, these bicycles are the Hightower rides incredibly well in the downhills. If you don't really want to push it uphill, but not push it, be very fast in the climbs, it's a perfectly acceptable bike. But in the downhills, you more than make up for the suffering in the climb, and it just rides cool. and Santa Cruz are very cool bikes. I like the way they put the shock farther down. The bike looks stout, it's cool. Oh, and another thing, I don't know why Santa Cruz they make two colors, one glossy and one like this mate. And I have a Blur, is the bicycle with the one I do all my XC and XC marathon races, and it's green, and the other one was green. It was the glossy one, and I don't know, I didn't really like this color that much, this purple one. That one, the one in the Blur, not in the Blur, in the 5010, I think it's a very cool color, but that's a personal take. I would have liked a different color, and that's it. Well, that's my honest. Why wouldn't I be honest if I paid for this bicycle? But that's what I think about this bicycle at this point. See you later. ¿Qué? Como quieras. O párate. Para agarrar aire.